Welcome to Irish Strength Training. So today is very impromptu video. I hadn't planned to record this at all. However, I'm doing a test on my yoke walk. So I'm seeing how much is the maximum that I can lift on my yoke walk. So I said, why not record it and let you see how I go about testing. So first step is have a plan. Okay, I'm going to put the plan up on the screen for you to see. It's very basic, but as long as you have a plan to follow, you'll find it a lot easier to warm up and actually hit those weights that you want to in the end. Now it's a bit breezy out here and I don't want to spend too long talking about this. So have a look at the way I set up for Yoke Walk, and my warm up is part of my build up to that final big number, hopefully. Next, I've got all my equipment ready. So my supports, my belt, my drink, just in case I need it. I have all my weights. I have my yoke walk set up where it's supposed to be, and I'm going to get into lifting. I'm not going to go into too much detail on how to lift. I'm not going to go into any detail on how to lift. If you want to check out my previous video on how to do the yoke walk, I'll put it up on screen. And I even have my trusty assistant here to help me, just in case I can't lift it. I've got Rocky here to spot me. And I'm going to get to it. So you'll see me doing the warm-ups first, and I'll let you know when I'm doing the big lift. Okay, so some of these will be a little bit fast-forwarded, just so I'm not wasting too much of your time, guys, okay? So while I'm between reps, so I'm about halfway through my warm-up now, just want to say, when you're testing, you're going to take a bigger break in between. When you're at the lighter weight starting your warm-up, you can take a couple of minutes, but once you get to your level where you're actually testing, where you're pushing it beyond where you've gone before, you're going to want to take a minimum of 5 minutes between your reps, just to give your body a chance to settle back down and get ready for the next rep. With this as well, make sure you don't rush. If you rush, chances are you're forgetting something, or you're not putting your supports on tight enough, your belt is a little bit loose, you're not bracing properly, and all that will mean you won't make your lift. Once you try and get those big numbers, you just won't do it. Make sure everything's 100%. Take your time, settle into it, remember all your steps that you've learned. Again, check out the video on how to do the yoke walk if you don't remember how to do it. And take realistic jumps. Don't jump from, your 70% up to your 100%, or your 110%. Do small jumps that well, I'm not going to be exhausted at the end, but I am warming up and I'm giving my central nervous system a chance to get used to these weights, the increments that I'm going in. Again, if you're doing this outside, which a lot of the time your yoke walk you might be doing it outside, stay warm. I've obviously got the hat, I've got the fleece to keep me going, but if you're waiting 5 minutes between your reps, you will cool down and you will get cold very, very quickly, especially in Irish weather. So make sure you keep warm, it's very important. So another little tip for you, between your reps, between your tests, you want to make sure that all your equipment is ready for the next one. You don't want to go, right, I'm ready for the next lift, and then go to your equipment and go, oh, I haven't got it set up, I have to do all this before I'm ready to go. So for instance with this, because I'm using knee wraps, you want to have the wraps completely rolled back up. You don't want to put a loose wrap on, it's going to be very difficult. I want to have my elbow supports, which aren't essential for this lift, but I like to wear them. I want to have them ready to go on. And same thing with your belt, just have it ready so that there's no faffing about when you're about to go for your lift. Okay, so that was 275. I've done 260 before, so now done 265, 275. I was a little bit shaky at the end. I would prefer obviously to be a lot more stable, but at the same time, although I had a little bit of a wobble, I didn't lose control, and most importantly, the yoke walk stayed up and I finished the lift. You will keep going until you can't lift it. So for instance, I've done 275. Again, like I say, there's a struggle at the end, but now I'll push to probably 280. As I'm struggling, the increments will drop, but there will be new PBs if I get them. So any increase or any improvement is progress. You're going the right way. If you add on, when you're at this weight, if you add on 2.5 kg, if you add 1 kg, that is a huge, huge progress. So don't worry that it's small jumps at this stage. All you're going to get is small jumps. Between your reps, just make sure take off all your equipment, let the blood start rushing to the muscles again, rejuvenate them and get them ready for the next lift. So I'm going to get rid of all this equipment, rest it out for 5-6 minutes and then go again. So that's my final attempt. I've done 260 kg was my previous 1 rep max, or my maximum weight that I was able to lift. Today I've hit the 265, the 275, and then that was the 280 that unfortunately at this stage I'm just completely fatigued. I can feel blood running down the back of my neck from the bar digging in. So yeah, got it off the ground but couldn't get any further. That's when you know you're finished. Now, normally I'd probably have another, I'd give myself a little bit of a break and have another go. However, I know I'm actually done today. My dream target would have been 300 kg. That's what I was really, really hoping for. However, I've gone from 260 to 275, which is a huge, huge jump, considering 260 was only a couple of weeks ago. So I'm really delighted with it. It's a great result, so I'm not too upset about it. The 300 will come and the rest I'll get better and better as you go. As long as you're progressing and feeling stronger, that's all that counts. If you're testing yourself and you've done 250 for instance on whatever the lift is, and you only get to that again, that's huge progress. Doing your 1 rep max is a huge achievement. And you might even do that rep with better form. You might not be able to add on with in every test session. You might just hit your 1 rep max again, you might do it with better form, you might be a cleaner lift off the ground. That's progression, okay? The weight will come in time. So don't be too hard on yourself if you don't get to the numbers you were expecting. Other than that, sorry if this video actually ended up being a bit longer. But I've tried to cut it down to just get the important stuff in. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. It really, really helps to get super close to that 100 subscribers, and it's only been about a month, so I'm really delighted and thank you so much for all the support. If you do have any questions, if there is any muscle groups that you would like to see a particular move for, put it down in the comments below and I'll definitely try and get to it. I've got a couple of videos that have been requested that I will be getting up, like the deadlift, some hamstring moves, stuff like that. So yeah, if you do have any queries, hit me up in the comments below or pop over to Irish Strength Training on Instagram and pop them in my comments on any of the pictures or any of the posts. Thanks for joining me, and hopefully those numbers are going up for you, and I'll catch you in the next one.